Nazaria is a small grassroots organization that works with marginalized communities for media democracy and gives these small communities a voice to showcase their opinions and other ideas that may not have been heard without Nazaria.
Artists and filmmakers like our age, literally 16, 17, 18, and they focus a lot on social justice, social awareness, and the campaigning of those values through multimedia workshops.
I remember when we arrived at the organization and none of us really knew what we were getting into because there was no website. It's a very grassroots organization and they started a few months ago. So there's not that much information out there. And we get there and then Nandini shows us the videos the youth artists done and we're like, oh my god, what am I doing here? So for the rest of the week, we met up with these youth artists and they made a script in collaboration with Dinesh and Suhani, who was the only Philippine student on the trip. And the rest of us who were working on the film were mostly just holding lights and camera, but in the process, mostly through these youth artists, we learned a lot about how it is to be a filmmaker and the creativity behind making a film.
They knew that the stories that they were telling wouldn't be important if it wasn't them telling the stories through their own voice.
So most of the shooting we did it inside the Nazaria Kahani Lab, which is just the creativity space where they hold the sessions and the lessons on filmmaking and the workshops and where they make the zines and whatnot. We had a group of children who just left school that come and ran by to say hello to everyone and appear in the video, asking a lot of questions. And it was just to see how lively everyone was because of these videos.
The campaign film we made for the NGO, with the NGO, where there's like the dub of a rap song made by some of the youth artists by the NGO, and we're in this galley. Like the rapper Yazdan, he's going closer and closer to the camera through this galley, and we all like sort of just walk behind him and form like a bit of a entourage. That was really fun.
While we were in the library, we just created a design to paint the wall. Another part from our group were designing different sessions for young kids to learn English, and we just painted the wall. We put a nice design with flowers so to make it colorful for the kids to feel like the environment is safe to study. And in the meantime, we were always talking with the Nazaria artists to make sure that this design is the best and they would like it, because in the end they're gonna be there all the time.
In general, there were a lot of things that the NGO wanted done throughout the week, and it was very hard at first to organize these tasks in a way that we could actually finish them in the short time frame that we had.
So for the fundraising part of the project, we reached out to different IB schools in Bombay and set up workshops with Nazaria, and essentially it would help Nazaria because it would give them a place to sell their merchandise because they produce zines. We've already gotten a response from one of the schools and we're hoping for more. Another part of the fundraising process was to set up a crowdfunding platform. So Nazaria already had one, but we updated it and have sent it to our friends and family, and hopefully this will help improve the funding situation.
During the entire week, I think that my favorite moment was when we all gathered in the last day and we played music and we had food and we were just all talking like friends. And it was genuinely such a good environment because we could just reflect on what made us change, what we could improve, and we just had a really nice discussion. And then we got the time to just have a break and just talk to each other. It was very nice.
It was impressive to see how someone who's had such hardships in life could do so much more, and it really made us reflect on the duty we have to help the world with what we've been given, of giving back.